Okay, good morning. Today I'm gonna show our almost our final stage of our tomato experimental harvesting. I wanna recap how we started all this. Okay, let me move the camera around. Remember when we started this, we have a compost pile on this, follow my hand, on this raised bed. Okay, I compost them with broad leaves, organic manure. This one here, I compost them only grass before I put my topsoil. And the other one over there, okay, I compost them with a mixture of grass and also broad leaves, okay, to see at the end which one give me a better yield. However, there's additional things we added here. If you look at this branch of withered tomato, you notice we prune them so that our tomato can get larger. Okay, so these are the things I want to recap. Okay, but we still with the same species of tomato. Okay, super sauce tomato we use for all this. So we haven't changed a thing. But what I want to demonstrate here today is to show that most of these tomatoes did very well, irrespective of the compost. I still have to make sure that I go ahead and then I go ahead and do my statistical operation. This may not have any meaning for some of people, just to make sure which one is different from zero and which one does better and than others. But my major interest today is to show you how successful this method has transferred to my yield. That's why I set different type of basket of my harvest here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move my camera before I start this topic. When we classify, put tomato in category to sell, we call it market categories. We always try to categorize tomato into different stages so that we can make money. We call it added value when we package them. It's all about packaging. How do we package it? Okay, and sort them. When we do that, we have our premium, what we call premium, the best looking tomatoes. Some we use a different market language, jumbo. So that's what my, let me move camera. You see this type? Say jumbo. This is my biggest and fresh tomato. Then we also have medium following the jumbo. Okay. Then the last is small category, which is the one I'm gonna start with. If we look at close to my layout of this basket of tomato, I'm trying to get all the picture right. You notice I don't have small tag. I don't. because all my tomato did very well. Actually, I have difficulties in sorting my tomato because they did so well. Most of them, look at this. Most of them, one fruit. Look at one fruit. Did so well is when a pounds and above. Yes. So my category did not have any small. If you look at these two, I'm trying to have different sorting them to see if I can call this one small and call this one medium. But no, they look alike. So that's why I rule out. I don't have small tomatoes. Okay? So, irrespective of classification I have here, this is a success story because I use organic compost I should have thrown away. And then I harvest bounty. So that's a success story. And every month, average of all these tomatoes I have, each one weighed a pound and above. Actually, my highest pound was 1.2. I've already eaten that one. So this is a success story. So I go back to what I classify as a jumbo. Very huge tomato. Okay, if you look at them, they're very huge. Okay, so this is a success story. But another thing I'm gonna say about the jumbo tomato, okay, maybe I will put it back here. We continue to see what make it jumbo. Okay, is that these are the type of tomato that they set a high price for it because you can buy one and slice it. Some people will slice it and repackage them again, sell them for high price because this is my premium. Remember, on the average tomato they sell you in the market, it's hard to get this size. What they consider premium is smaller than this, but I'm in my own category. I'm calling them um, medium because that's what they fall into my own category. So this is a success story. We did well this year. If you look at my branches, with Tana, the we work with the type of weather and climate we have. Now, the next stage of our climate, we start getting cold. We don't grow tomato in a cold weather. So the next year, I will repeat this thing because I have to repeat it over time to make sure that there's no bias in what I'm doing. So the next step now, I'll go ahead and start collecting my compost again. I already started because all my grasses, lawnmower, they mow for me in the summer. I have them pack them back there. Okay. So what I'm showing today is to show our success. Notice you can go back to my previous video. You will see when I was harvesting them. Okay, during the time I was harvesting them, I don't harvest them very ripe. No, because they may spoil on me before I get enough to ship it to the market. I recommend harvesting them at a breakers like this. This is what we call breakers in agriculture. Okay, harvest them like that. You put them on your counter table or you package them in a container. Before you get to the point of market, you will ripe like this. Okay, so some of these things is the one, some of them, because it's the final stage, I let them hang around too long. Some of them already ripe. They ripe at the tree. Okay. Some of them are still ripening. But by the time I begin to process them for my sauce, because that's what I do at the end. And it's unfortunate I haven't gone to market to sell them because of the type of person I am. I give away most of my tomato to um, some of organizations like Salvation Army, churches, to benefit some of disadvantaged ones who could not be able to purchase high priced tomato. You know, most of you will notice nowadays that we have a high cost of energy going around because of the war we have in Middle East. Okay, that energy, high cost of energy, affect everything we do. At least if it doesn't affect me, the water, the pump, everything I use, require energy. The car I use require energy. But at this time, I said I'm gonna share my yield with disadvantaged people who are having difficulties buying these vegetables. Okay, so I donate them to church. Then, but the one my family use, we process them into sauce. That's where I'm going. Okay, and then later I'm gonna show you how I process my tomato into sauce because we have enough. I've already started processing them, storing them, freezing them for the future use. But the reason why I don't show it is that my method is different from other people are showing. So what I want to do is to show them at the last stage when I have enough setup, okay, because I have to the set up like this, bring in my electrical cord to connect my blender, okay, then grind the tomato. Then the new things you're gonna see, my method is different. I use a sieve, stainer or sieve, a bag where I can use it to drain. I put all those grounded tomato in a sauce, in a bag of a sieve where I drain them overnight inside the refrigerator. Then they become a fresh sauce. Okay. I try not to boil down the water, take out the water. Okay, we do that. Well, my wife do that when he's doing her cooking. We prefer it that way. Okay. So this is just show a different way you can process your tomato. But I'm not saying our method is the best. It's just that it preserves that freshness of tomato until you are ready to use it. Okay, because some people comment that after you boil them down, take it out and they put it in a container and they preserve them. When they come out, they don't really taste fresh anymore. Okay, but remain fresh because we freeze them without air pockets inside. So what I'm saying here, to recap my main aim of making this video, is that we have a success story. Okay, my jumbo, very large, a pounder. If I have to make it use that slogan, 1 pounder and above. Okay, I've told you I got up to 1.2, but my goal, I haven't reached my goal. Last year, when I did this thing, it's unfortunate I didn't video them. I got 1.5 pounds. So I'm doing well. Okay. But this year, what really happened that that weight was distributed all over the tomatoes. So the majority are 1 pounders on average, what we have here. Okay. Maybe this one I classify as a medium is about between, the difference is not why is between 15 ounces, point 0.5 and 14 ounces, point 0.9. So all these size of tomato give us are classified under the large size. So my tomato does very well, because of compost that I don't have small. I don't have small. Even if when I pick them, unless I get tomato that has been eaten by squirrel, that's the only way I have small tomato. All my tomato this year are large, like this. Okay, are very large tomatoes. So that's a success story. So I would like you to please don't discard my channel. Yes, I haven't been posted video in a week or month now because I went on vacation. The summer is time on vacation, and it's also most of my family birthdays. We went a cruise for my wife's birthday, my son's birthday. We have to travel to visit them because they all move out of home. Only they are grown boys and girls. So this is what I want to present today. Okay, it's a success story, and what I'm putting out here, please don't think this is all I got. No, 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 no. This is all a sample. That's enough for me to feel what I want to feel. Okay, this is just a sample, okay, of how successful we are in our harvest. Then, if you want to know further how we pick this in over time at the breakers, go back to my previous videos. You're gonna see every time I pick I think I did it more than 5 times. We pick this tomato. I video them and show you how I weigh them and I continue recording my weight. At the end of this experiment, I have to put them in a spreadsheet, Excel, and tabulate my simple statistics. And that will tell me uh, which compost system or technique I have used did better than the others. From what I'm seeing now, if I have to make projection, I will say that they are all the same, but I'm not sure until I test my statistical approach, okay, to justify that. So this is what I'm presenting to you today, and then please always go back to my channel. For those that are subscribing my channel, please give this thing to your friends to subscribe. All I'm trying to teach here is my experience in research. I told you guys I'm coming in educational point of view that especially most of retired people who are looking for something to do as a hobby, grandparents, mom and daddies, okay, that's a work for everybody, okay. Yeah, that's a way you can make money. Okay, everybody have farmers market in their neighborhood. You can go there and sell your product. You don't have to give it away if you don't want. Okay, because sometimes your energy was selling. But the game here is how do you make the best use of um, what you consider as a wasted or recycled material. What I'm talking about, the compost you should have thrown away, okay, to have a big success like this. It's possible, only that you're gonna put on a little effort, okay, but do it in a way where you can enjoy it, okay. Don't let it overwhelm you. Like me, one of the things I do to avoid tilting my land, I went and get this raised bed, okay, and put them here and connect my irrigation system. So every year, all I have to do, fill it with compost, put my topsoil, I'm ready to go, okay. Even there is another thing I continue saying. This system of using a raised bed, okay, it eliminates weed problem because these are the soil and compost you put in. If the weed is coming, you know exactly where it's coming. It's not like you go and buy soil, topsoil out there and spread it in your garden and you don't know where the weed is coming. Okay. And also, sometimes when you plant them out there in a soil, birds, everything, squirrel can contaminate it with a different soil because they eat different fruit, they drop it. When they put water there, they will all germinate and become weed you don't want. So that's one way I enjoy my garden. Raised bed, I can only you can only buy them one time. You can even go to Amazon. Okay, you find this time of the year, there's one they're selling very cheap, depending on the length and the weight. But my advice to you, make sure you get enough that will have a depth of at least 12 inches or even 1.4 feet. Okay, so that your root system can have more room to go down. So these are the things you need in the most cases. But today, I always have a short video, go straight to the point and show you what I have to show you and move on. Okay, thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe and watch my video, give it a like, and also make sure you send me a comment, ask me a question. I will be willing to answer because we are all into this together. Thank you very much and see you in my next video. And bye bye.